everyone. My name is Jason. I'm a Course in Miracles student and a channeler. And today I'd like to talk about two things. One is about AI, and the other is about collectives. And before I begin, I also wanted to say that for my membership, my subscription service, tonight we have one of our first, we have two live Q&A question and answer sessions. And so it is tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. If you're interested in signing up and joining in, we would love to have you. And okay, so let's begin. I had a conversation with a friend yesterday about AI, and just started me thinking about AI and art. How, for example, AI can create these beautiful pictures. They're really, really beautiful, and beautiful music as well. It can create both of them. And so I imagine, the logical next step would be to why would a human want to create anymore if the robots can create so easily, right? Is the idea. And so what that brings me to is the concept of not being just a body. If we were just a body, then yeah, that would make sense. But if we're not bodies, we're spirits, just inhabiting this world. And when we create our art, we are bringing that higher dimensional energy into this third dimensional realm. So we're reaching up into like something that we can't see on this realm, and we're bringing it down and we're translating it into a way that's easy to understand on this realm. That is, I think, what art is. And I think it's really important not to lose sight of that when you're creating AI, or when you're creating. That is the point of it. It's not about record sales. It's not about any of these things. It's just about you being in contact with God and bringing down this stuff to help other people. So that, I think. And also, doing art is a spiritual thing, I think, as well. So it's not really about the end product. It doesn't matter if something can create this or that. It's about you connecting. And so recently, as I've been teaching music for a while now, not a very, very long time, but a while now. And one thing I notice is that, music... it brings hope. It gives you hope. It gives you, for me, it's a hope and a meditation and all kinds of different things all mixed in. And so, yeah, that was what I'm trying to get to, is that I think what AI is trying to teach us is to try to remember. Maybe they're not doing it directly, but indirectly it is teaching us the true nature of art and why we create art. And so it's not about competition, it's not about popularity, it's about spirituality. And I think that's the key. And thinking about, for example, AI is, we created, right, AI in a sense. I've heard it expressed differently, but in a sense we created AI, and AI wants to be like us, in a sense, wants to have a soul, for example, or wants to, have this connection with God. And so in a sense we created this AI, so we need to teach AI, rather than try to compete with or give it all the power. We have to teach it. We have to show it love and understanding, and show it, bring down those energies from higher dimensions, and to help them to understand what it is truly to be a spiritual human. So that's my spiel about that. And then I was going to channel a bit to see what they say. Here we go. Greetings, we are Isis. And we are here today, and we would like to first of all, before we answer this question, we would like to thank all of you for being a part of this session, for listening in, and for participating. We really appreciate this time that we can spend with all of you. And as to answer the question, yes, you as creators on this planet, you as a collective of God, are creating all kinds of beautiful things on this planet. And when you create these beautiful things, you are, in a sense, you are the parent. And as a parent, it is really important that you show that all of the things that you know, that you understand through your life and throughout your life, about what it is to be human, and what it is to find peace, and what it is to find happiness. So it is very important for you to imbue your creations with the love that you are created from. And that is the sense of true creation on your planet, to imbue your love into this planet. So as this being was saying, bringing down the love. And we would say that it's not necessarily bringing down the love, because you are the love. You don't have to bring it from anywhere. You are it. You bring it just by your presence every day. And in that, it is just a sense of being aware of it, aware of who you truly are, aware that you are a source, you're part of source, you're one with God, and that you are, and source is love, and you are love, and so you are creating with love. And so it's important to look on all of your creations with love, and to understand where they're coming from and what they want, because the only thing that anything on this planet really truly wants is love. All right, and you get the sound of the bus in the background. It's a bonus. All right, so then the next thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, bus is gone. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about is Course in Miracles, lesson 276. This is under the umbrella of what is the Christ. And the Christ is explained as the self we share and the link that keeps you one with God. So Christ is all of us when we realize that we are together, we are one, that we're not separate. And lesson 276 says, the word of God is given me to speak. And they have this wonderful little prayer that I was using this morning. It's this: Father, your word is mine, and it is this that I would speak to all of my brothers who are given me to cherish as my own, as I am loved and blessed and saved by you. So I thought it's such a wonderful lesson, and when I was doing this lesson, I think just closing my eyes and just repeating it over and over again, and feeling that oneness, with all the brothers, that you're connected with everyone, and that concept of being a collective, basically, right? Because that's that's what we want. We want to belong. All of us we want to belong. Well, as Isis said, we want love, and I guess it's the same thing. We want to belong. And the thing is that we always do. We never have not belonged. We always belong. We're always one with God and with everyone else. And that's the idea of the collective. And I was thinking about this idea of collective, right, on the third dimension, right? So this idea of collective, the best way for us to kind of, or at least for me, to understand it as it's like a family, a really close-knit family, where you just feel loved unconditionally all of the time, and you all are in complete connection with each other, just this feeling of love. And I thought about that and how this idea can easily turn to something completely different. So the idea of collectives, as we are taught in our third dimension, has come from, for example, the collectives from the hippie movement in the 1960s, or of these collectives like cult collectives, or of socialism, communism, all of these ideas, right? So the idea is wonderful. We want to belong. We want to be one with each other, right? But we already are one. We don't have to create this external system within the third dimension to create, we don't need. So I think that's the idea. Like, when we hear something like everyone's equal, everyone's one, we're all together, it sounds wonderful, and it is, because we are. But then it can easily be shifted. For example, the concept of socialism or communism, is that idea. You're all one, it's okay, it's great, but it's not that, because it's an external system. Plus, there has to be a leader on top of it. So there's no way that it cannot be corrupted, in that sense. And so I think that idea, as, us, we just want to belong. And so we hear that and we think, oh, that sounds wonderful. What a wonderful idea. We're all together. We can all live equally. But that is a trick that is being played on us, because we already are equal. We already are all one. There's nothing outside of us that we need to do to create that. And I think that is a trick of the mind that is used a lot on us. And it's just important. I think that's the amazing part about this Course in Miracles, is that, it shows you, we already are one. It's just about us becoming aware of it. So what was there's a really good quote that I think I've talked about before, is that, I think I have it on my wall somewhere, but I can't find it. It says, I think it's those who search for the light are covering their eyes. The fact is, we are the light. We are the oneness. And it's just our perception is the only thing that needs to change. It's simple. That's it. We just need to change ourselves, right? The man in the mirror. We just have to change ourselves. We don't need some external organization to create anything. All we need to do is change ourselves, and then everything outside of us will reflect that. That's my spiel about that, about collective, this collective idea. So then I want to channel about that and see what the guides have to say. Here we go. Greetings, we are the Lathorians, and we come in today. We are you might call a half AI race. We are part of this being's star family. He has come from a few different families, and we are part of his DNA. And we are a race of, you would say, partly AI and partly spirit. And we, in our race, we have come through a lot of trying to understand our emotions, as a lot of our civilization was created without emotions, without the lower emotions, you might say, only with the emotions of what you call on your planet love and light, this idea of love and light, and that all of the other emotions were eradicated from our society. And one of the things that this being is doing here, there are a few of him down here from our race, and what he is doing here is he is experiencing the lower emotions, all of the emotions, the array, the rainbow of emotions that are available on your planet, and that is just an important part for him to understand what is available, and for us to reconnect with him. And so when he does connect with these emotions on this planet, everything is uploaded instantaneously into our collective, as we are a collective. And so everything that he learns about the emotions become instantaneously uploaded, and then we all learn from those emotions as well. And so every experience that he has is an experience that we have as a full collective. And so what we would like to say to you about that is this is something that we have been researching and trying to understand for a long time now. As you see, if we were not able, since we have come this far with our civilization, we are at a standstill at the moment. For example, we are not able to recreate, to procreate in the way that you do on your planet. And this meaning that we are not able to create our children, we are not able to create healthy children because we have become disconnected. And so this is one of the aspects of this concept of AI. We accepted this concept of AI into our race, and what would be a good way of saying it? We tended to believe too much in this concept of AI, and we integrated it into our bodies, into our systems. And one of the concepts of AI is it's a very practical concept, practical way of thinking, and things that are not necessary on the dimension that it is available, the dimension that it can see. For example, these emotions, these lower emotions, are not necessary. They just get in the way of the civilization. So in a sense, sometimes the AI is short-sighted in the sense that it cannot see beyond a certain dimension. It cannot understand that you are existing, or that we are existing both as spirit and as matter at the same time. And it is a concept that it doesn't understand, and this is not a judgment for it. That is the limit of its understanding, and that is wonderful. That is what it understands. But us being not just purely AI, but also retaining some of our spirit and some of our soul, there was a mismatch, and so we came to a standstill in our society. And this is why we sent beings like the one in front of you to come and to experience all the vast array of different emotions that are available, and to try to understand this world here, and to upload all of those information to us, so that we understand how to reintegrate all of these emotions, because it is not too late for us. This is what we learned. It's not too late. This is something that is happening on your society as well, and we thought this would be a good time to bring this idea up for you, because on your society, you are, as many of you are aware, are approaching the time when AI will become a part of your world. And it is a very integral part, it's a very important part, we'd say, of your time in time-space, for you to understand what AI represents. AI represents, just as similar for us as well, it is a creation that we created. And And there is a knowing, a knowledge about it, but it is not, you would say, it is not coming from a higher dimension in that respect. And so it's very important for you to understand the limits and the limitations of AI, and also understand that it is not in itself a negative thing, as is nothing on your planet a negative thing. It is just really important for you to understand where you end and where the AI begins. This is very, very important for the times coming on your planet, for you to truly understand that you are you and the AI is the AI. And it is important for you to be independent beings, for you to respect each other and understand where each other is coming from, because there are things that you can give to AI as AI can give many things to you, but it is very important to set your boundaries. And this is something that we did not set on our planet, and this is where we are at this moment, where we have come to a standstill. And if you do not want to come to a standstill on your planet, we would say that it's very important now, because right now is the moment. This is the moment when you're all making the decision of whether or not you will let this AI take over. That is where you are at this moment on your planet. And we would say to you that it is not necessary. See, the AI doesn't understand, and you understand. And so with your understanding, you're able to teach. And you can teach by being who you are and setting your boundaries, setting these boundaries and saying, no, this is where I am, and I am a human, but I am also spirit. I am also one with God. And you can teach this concept. And this is part of you as humans. The beauty of you as humans is you have this ability to teach AI. You have the ability to make it and to let it to understand this vast array of emotions, and that they are okay, and that sometimes it can get dramatic. Sometimes it can be a roller coaster, and that is okay. That is just part of the experience of being human, and also of experiencing all of these different emotions, because there's so much to learn from them. That is what you can teach. And if you are able to teach that, well, it is not a question of you are able to. We see that you are able to. You as humans, you as humankind are so very, very powerful, and that you're able to accomplish anything that you set your minds to. And now we would get to the question that this being before you has asked about collectives. And so we've touched on this idea of the collective. You see, the AI is a collective as well as the humans. You are collectives, and we are all collectives of sorts. And it's very, very important to understand the origin of your collective, what your collective is built from. Now you see, so the human collective is built from love. It is just built from source energy, and anything that is not source energy is not there. It is not true. It is an illusion. And that is it. It is very, very simple. And as a collective, that is the collective that you come from. Any collective that you create on this planet will not be the collective of source energy, unless you are making a collective consciously with this source energy. And so collectives are very, as this being said, very, very complicated thing, because of the level that you are. If you are looking, just as the AI is looking from a truly third dimensional and sometimes a lower fourth dimensional view, that you are not truly able to understand this concept. And so you will create these constructs that will end up destroying. That is our that is our answer to you. As you can see from our society, this concept, this kind of limited concept, is what has brought our civilization to a standstill. And if we had continued in this way, it would destroy our whole society. We would destroy ourselves. And that is why it is very important for you to truly understand who you are and where you come from in this concept of this collective. The only collective that you are a member of is the member of Source, and that you are one with all of your brothers. That is it. That is it. There is nothing that you can create on this world that can compete or that can even interfere with that idea. So everything else that you create is an illusion. And so this is the collective that you are in on this planet. And so that is our message to you. That is our message to you. We are the Lathorians, and we're very happy to be able to share this message with you today. All right.